I just want to welcome everybody again. Thank you so much. This is a mandated meeting that is required, and this is our official meeting. Since our last meeting, we've got some clarification from the state. It was our impression that anytime we had an incident at any one of our locations, that we had to call a meeting to be able to present to this committee before we present it to the board. And we've gotten clarification that that's not a requirement anymore, that we can have our meetings scheduled as we do have scheduled and present our information to the board, and then of course eventually present it to you all. So, and that's what we're doing today. That's our executive session item. And then we had some really neat information that we want to present to you in open session, dealing with our panic device button, our Centric system, which has been very, very instrumental for our daily operations. So that's the part that we're really excited about. I did want to share with y'all that, knock on wood, so far we're batting 1,000 or at 100% with all our audits that have been conducted through Region 1. As you know, last year we had 100%. The previous year, not so good. We had like a 70%. It was still passing, but not to our standard, right? And so hopefully we knock out this year without jinxing it. It's only a few months left that we can have 100% in our audit as well. So that would be a real testament to the efforts of everybody in this room and everybody across the district that's done a great job of making safety a priority, right? So I just wanted to share that with you, because in no small part that this committee, in doing their efforts, help us get to that level. So thank you so much. I'm going to pass it on to Ruben, and we'll get started. And I think when we go to executive session, we'll start feeding you guys. So, all right, thank you so much.
Good afternoon. Actually, still morning. We're quite not at the afternoon. But thank you and welcome. Thank you for being here. My name is Ruben Ayala. I'm the Safety and Crisis Response Administrator, and I just want to introduce real quick our team. We've got Emma Cavazos. She is our Safety Officer. We have Oscar Guerrero, who's our Safety Technician. And new to our team is Lupita Perez. She is our LPC. She's our Licensed Professional Counselor that will be working with our behavior threat. So it's a much needed, and I'm glad we have her on our team now. So we're going to go ahead and jump into this. The first part will be calling the meeting to order. So good afternoon, Safety and Security Committee members and district staff. The time is 11:37 on this, the 25th day of March 2025, and I call the Safety and Security Committee meeting of United Independent School District to order. Roll call, committee members, Texas Education Code 37.109. For the record, please note that the roll call for this meeting will be conducted via the sign-in sheet. And so we'll move on to agenda item number 3, which is the update on the Centric Crisis Alert usage. So we've got a report from the company, but this is the report that we can run. And so just kind of wanted to show you a brief visual of how much and how often and what it's used for. So if you can look at the breakdown of each month, starting in August, 296, all the way to March, we are at a 116. If you notice, January, December, and March are a little bit slower. We've got holidays at that time, but we peaked in October at 347 times that it was used. So it is a great investment because it is being used on a daily basis. And I'll go a little bit more into details. These other graphs will be shown a little bit better over here. So just how many badge presses we've had since from September to March 18th, which is what the company gave us. 1,024 times somebody's pressed the badge for assistance. They use the mobile desktop or application. So this technology can also be used from a cell phone or a desktop to put in different kind of alerts following our standard response protocols. And that was used 380 times. And the 8 press has been 31 times. So I think this shows us how and why it's being used. So if you notice, it's got a breakdown of each time we've pressed. When we close an alert, we have to indicate why it was closed. And so you'll see the numbers up there. Of course, behavior being the largest, at 466 alerts were closed for behavior. And that could be anything from a physical altercation, student misbehavior, something happening where the teacher felt like they needed assistance quickly. Not your general classroom management, but this is more severe. We do have a couple campuses that I've spoken to, because they do use it quite a bit, and the administration and the teacher use it because that student has specific needs that at times they do need assistance, and so they're very grateful that they actually have this ability to call for that help. And the next one up is elopements. So an elopement basically is other term known as runner. So it generally happens with our special needs students or elementary students, where the student just exits the building and starts to go. So we've had 28 alerts for elopements. Medical, 63. That's the one that surprised me. I didn't realize that we had that many medical emergencies happening that regularly on our campuses. And then physical altercation. So we're at 158. So if you notice, that doesn't necessarily always mean that it's an actual fight. So oftentimes it's closed as a physical altercation, but that's because we're able to arrive there on time and be able to stop it from actually becoming a full-blown fight. It was a verbal that almost turned into a fight, but it's able to be stopped beforehand. And then, of course, suspicious behavior. So that totals up all the different alert reasons. And so the staff, they're starting to pass out or send out these surveys to our users so we can get some feedback. So I wanted to go ahead and share that with you as well. The good and the bad, and so that's what we're going to learn from, and that's how we're going to get better. But you'll see that this is the information coming back from the people that close the alert, the people that call the alert. So this is the end user. And you see every type of response. So it's very helpful, and we're able to get helps for students who are having a crisis. It's a safe way to call for help. One that says the response wasn't too quick, the fight lasted too long. And so in that case, I actually investigated that one. And so the response time was maybe 2 minutes, I believe. But it's just managing expectations. And so oftentimes, when you press the button, the idea is that you'll appear. You'll appear there to give assistance. And so there's still the time wherever those people are getting the response, they still have to get to where you are. So the beauty of this is that they know where you are and they're already coming. It's letting them know that much faster. So it does cut down on response time, but it still takes us time to get wherever you are. And sometimes it's not always in the most accessible places. Knowing that it goes to security administration, quickly came to my room to help with the situation. And students, so this was a medical emergency. The system gave me hands-free access to assist and the opportunity to aid a student simultaneously. So it was a student that was having seizures in the classroom. So if you think about it, so if you're on the phone and trying to call and using your cell phone, maybe whatever it is, to get help, now you've got a hand tied up. If you just press real quick 3 times, and now you can assist and see what you need to do and have both hands free.
Ruben.
Yes.
I know that we had asked if there was any way possible that the girls in the front can have access to this, because one, we have really bad reception at United, and then two, they're always on the
On their
computer.
monitors.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so I don't know if that was a yes.
Yes, we can.
Yes? Okay.
Yes, we can. So Oscar will work on getting with technology so that we can add those to specific users. It just depends on the group, and so just so you know, whenever we assign a person, but I believe the people that you're asking for, at least one of the 2 for sure should be able to be added on there.
Okay.
Okay. I want to say they were in the secretary group, which we could. Any other questions?
I did want to share real quick. This was the system has a pretty hefty price tag, really, because of the way it works and the function. But what sold it for us, at least, I'm speaking for Ruben and ourselves, is that the functionality of it being used every day. That was really what sold it for us, because if it was just an alert for emergencies or lockdowns, it's probably way out of the price range for something like that. But the fact that we're able, I think that it has saved a couple of people's lives. We had a custodian that during spring break fell from a ladder and was able to press the button and be able to get some medical attention. We've had an individual that was having an apparent heart attack behind closed door that was able to get some attention. We've had a situation on the football field where an individual, an athlete, got hurt, and they were able to get some people out there. So to me, that's where the cost or the value occurs. And so we've had incidences on video where a fight, we were able to stop a fight before it actually happened, which is pretty neat. Probably in the past, the fight went on and then they were able to call somebody, So all those details, even though, I think had 1,400
Mhm.
encounters.
14.
To me, that's where the value lies. And as we get more and more, all of us as employees, as we get more advanced on how to use it, I think it's going to be even more effective in the future. So, just to kind of put it in perspective for everybody as well.
Yeah, so it's been a great asset, and so I'm constantly hearing positive things. Of course, we're always tweaking, we're always perfecting, we're trying to get better training and make sure everybody's using it properly. But at the end of the day, if it's an accidental press, whatever it may be, the number of times that we use it for the correct reason and to get help and it's help people outweigh all of that any day. So yes, and we've had multiple instances where it's been used and either stop fights or we're able to calm situations before it gets out of hand. So agenda item number 4, closed session. The time is currently 11:46. In accordance with Texas Education Code, Section 39.109D, and Texas Government Code, Section 551.076 and 551.089, the committee will discuss items 4A in closed session. No action will be taken in closed session. Open session. The committee has reconvened from closed session and we are now in open session. The time is 12:35. For the record, no action was taken in closed session. At this time, do we have any public comments? No public comments. Announcements. We will be having our next committee meeting this summer, so that will finalize this calendar year. And we will notify you later with a date, a tentative date. The adjournment. Is there a motion to adjourn? Motion. Is there a second? Second. All those in favor? All in favor? Any opposed? None. Motion passes. This meeting is adjourned. Thank you very much for attending and thank you very much for your time.